So, good evening, friends, and thanks a lot for joining for this session on this Friday evening on how to become a CFA at age 21. So, that is what this session is going to be all about. So, we'll roughly take this session for about 40-45 minutes. There'll be a Q&A session, and in between, we also have some surprise for you. So, I hope that you stay through the session and so that there is a value add for you as well as for us. So, moving forward, we'll be covering about 4 or 5 aspects in this session. First is how can you be a CFA by 21? Okay, first we'll get that out of the park. Then what is the process? How to become a CFA? What are the steps involved and so on? There are a bunch of changes in the program in the last, since from 2024 onwards. I'll brief you on that as well. And then a very important topic on scholarship. A lot of students have been requesting us saying, seeking more information on what is the scholarship, how do we get it, what is the process, what are the steps involved, when do we do, and all of that. So I have a brief 5-minute introduction or a sort of a primer on that. And then finally, what is this career scope opportunities for CFAs? And then of course we'll have a Q&A. And as I said, do stay on till the end. We have a sort of a quiz and some kind of a gift for all the students. So first, CFA is, as most of you are aware, is a professional qualification like what we have in India, like CA, CMA, so on and so forth. It's a professional qualification issued by the CFA Institute of USA. It is a qualification that focuses on knowledge in finance. There are close to 2 lakh charter holders across the world and close to about in 160 odd countries. It's a very well-reputed qualification. It has been there for more than 50 years now. What is the process of earning the charter? You have to pass the exams. You have to have roughly about 4,000 hours of work experience. You have to submit some reference letters, and then you get the charter. Now, the point to note here is getting a charter is the final step. But if you have passed all 3 levels of CFA, then it is as good as you have reached, completed the charter. I mean, obviously, there is still a difference. But then the charter is just a, sort of housekeeping activity, right? You work for 4 years, then you get a charter. But if you pass level 3 exam, then you are considered equivalent to a charter holder. Okay, that is one. Then just a sec. Then moving forward, the basic thing why people do CFA is one, obviously knowledge and skills. There are a lot of career paths that open up, like in equities, investment banking, PE, VC, mutual fund, hedge fund, asset management, bunch of them. There is obviously greater compensation. Salary levels are fairly high. Very good return on equity, roughly about 3 times return on equity. I will show you the salary levels also. Right. Now, the best thing, how you can become a CFA by the time you're 21 is, let's assume that you're a BCom student or a BBA student or a bachelor's student who's pursuing any 3-year degree. Then you can write your CFA level 1 in 2nd year of BCom or BBA. Please note, you can register in 1st year, but you have to write in the 2nd year. Exam has to be in 2nd year. Of course, you need to have a valid passport. That's one more requirement. Second thing is, once you clear level 1, then you can write level 2 only when you are in 3rd year of graduation. By the time the results come out in 3rd year of graduation, you can start preparing for level 3 and you can write level 3, right, immediately within 3 to 6 months after your graduation. So the exam is held, in the later second half of, the year in which you finish level 2. So let us assume you are writing, if you are in 1st year in 2023-24, right? 1st year BCom or BBA, and you are 17 years of age. That is what typically people are when they join 1st year of BCom, BBA. There are some people who are 18 also. Okay. But if you are 17, then you write your level 1 by the time you are 18, which is in BCom 2nd year. You write level 2 by the time you're in level 2, you write that exam by the time you're in BCom last year, which is when you typically become close to 19 or 20. And by the time you are finish BCom 3rd year and you're willing to appear for level 3, you're around the age of 21. So you can actually become a CFA, fully qualified CFA. Of course, you will not have a charter because you will not have the relevant work experience in the relevant areas. But you can become a CFA, level 3 pass candidate by the time you are 21. But please note one thing: you will actually have more time than people who are doing jobs who take up CFA, because a lot of you may believe that your college life is hectic. There are a lot of other activities, so on and so forth. You're pursuing a CA or a CS or a CMA or so many things like that. But even then, you still have more time than what you have in a job. So actually, you are well suited to take up level 1 and level 2 when you are in BCom itself, BCom or BBA, whichever course you are doing. Now, once you do CFA, you actually can get jobs across the financial services industry. Investment banks, stock market traders. You name it, you have it. People who do M&A deals, VCs, PEs, bunch of these players. And the salary range for someone who finishes level 2. Yet, please note, I am highlighting something very specific. I am highlighting that this number. Just a sec. I'll highlight again. Yeah. So this number, what I'm showing on screen with the red dot, right? By the time you finish level 2, if you're already past BCom, there is a good chance, there is a very high chance that you can actually get a salary between 10 to 13 lakhs. And see, only reason why people may not get is because they don't have experience. But otherwise, there is a very, very high chance that you actually can end up salaries which are closer to 10 to 13 lakhs. This is simple. This is true for one simple reason. A lot of BCom, BBA graduates without any CFA qualification itself today get salaries of 5 to 6 lakhs in good colleges. So 10 to 13 lakhs is not a distant dream. It is definitely possible, very much possible. And starting salaries for level 3 candidates are, between 10 to 17. Here again, I'm still holding that 10 because there are always certain exceptions where people, are on the lower side. And there are always exceptions, people are on the higher side at 17. You have now 23 cities where exams are held in India. From November 23 onwards, new centers also have been added. Now, moving forward, what are the requirements to do CFA? There are 3 requirements. Either you have finished your bachelor's degree or you are doing your bachelor's degree. So, if you finish bachelor's degree, you can write level 1, 2, and 3. If you're doing bachelor's degree, you can write only level 1 and 2 during the bachelor's degree. Okay. Third requirement is, if you don't have a bachelor's degree, but you have actually worked somewhere for 4,000 hours, over a 3 or 4 year period, then that can be treated equivalent to bachelor's degree. But please don't try and, use this thing like, I have family business, I will show some work experience there. And even without a bachelor's degree, I will try and do CFA. Please don't do things like that because the institute is very clear. If anyone does things like that, they actually take very, very strict action. Genuinely, if somebody has worked for 4 years but does not have a bachelor's degree, only then they can use this particular method. But please note, most of us will fall in this group of either finished bachelor's degree or are currently doing bachelor's degree with 3 years or 4 years bachelor's degree. And the idea is, when you are in the last year of bachelor's degree, you can write level 2. When you are in the last but 1 year of bachelor's degree, you can write level 1. Okay. Then what is the total cost? Now here, please note, there is something called as a scholarship. We'll be discussing about that scholarship as we move forward. Scholarship can actually be applied for all 3 levels. There is no restriction. Even if you have got once, you can apply. If you have not got once, you can apply. There is no specific requirement that, only A category people can apply, B category people cannot apply. There is no such requirement at all. Anybody can apply for scholarship. But note one thing, CFA exam fees are in dollars. And then you also have a GST component in that. Because whenever you remit money outside India and all of that, there are some GST requirements also that are to be met. So overall course cost, after adjusting for scholarship, will come to the cost of simply the course. What you have to pay for CFA Institute will come to anywhere between 2 to 3 lakhs. Now, why am I saying this 2 to 3 lakhs logic? Why is there lower range? Why is there an upper range? Because CFA Institute has this requirement that you can register for an exam either 6 or 7 months before when you get an early bird discount, which is this $1,290, or you register 3 months before the exam where it will cost you $1,600. So if you register in advance, it will cost you $1,290. If you register late, it will cost you $1,600. Can I register 3 months, 1 month before the exam, 2 months before the exam? No. Nobody can register 1 or 2 months before the exam. Okay. You can register only either 3 months before or 6 months before. And so one is called early registration, other one is called standard registration. But please note here one thing. In the first level, the cost is $1,290. The reason is there is an additional fees that is charged, $350 of enrollment fees is charged. Basically, some kind of a registration fee or application fee that you get when you get into the program. $350. And $940 is the examination fee. So $350 is basic, your enrollment fee. $940 is your examination fee. So 940 plus 350 is 1240. And if this is early bird, if you register during standard registration, which is you register 3 months before the exam, then you have, instead of the $1,240, instead of the $940, you have to pay $1,250. So 1,250 plus 350 makes it 1,600. That is why there is this thing. And level 2 and level 3, there is no application fee. Once you have made that enrollment fee, that is one time, right? Then you get this scholarship. I will explain to you the much in slightly greater depth about the scholarship as we move forward. Then this is the rupee fee, which you converted 83 rupees. This is what it comes to, roughly about 2 to 3 lakhs. Then you also have a coaching fee. If you take coaching with us, this is what it's going to cost. And the total fee, what you will incur probably will be about roughly about 3.5 to 4.5 lakhs broadly, right? 3.5 to 4.5. Now, please note, level 1 and level 2, you can write it during your BCom. I'm sorry, I moved ahead. Level 1 and level 2, you can write it during BCom, which will cost you, if you plan it well and do it well, it will cost you close to around 2.5 lakhs, provided you get the scholarship also. Okay, 2.5. Sometimes you may go to 3, but 2 to 2.5 and thereabouts is something that is definitely possible. Right. Now, moving forward, when are exams held? So, exams are held, as I said, early registration, standard registration. So, for February 24, for CFA level 1, exams are held 4 times a year. February, March, August, and November. Dates of exams are also pre-decided. They are decided in advance. They are not like our Indian universities where nothing is known. All dates are decided in advance. They are available on the CFA Institute website also. Now, early registration window for February 24 is closed. Why? Because 6 months, that period is already over. We are closer to about 5 months or so. Then May 24 exam, 6 months window will close on October 12th. 6 to 7 months. It is not exactly 6 months, about 7 months on. Right? And for August 24, Jan, and for November 24, April, early registration window will close. Now, what is the use of this early registration window? You register in the early registration window, you get a additional discount of roughly about $300. Because you're registering, how 300? This is what I was showing you. Instead of $1,250 and $940, the $310 is what you will save. Even in this case, level 1 also, you will save $310 if you register 6-7 months in advance. And standard registration window will close 3 months in advance. Okay, so this is how this particular examination is structured. Now, what is the scholarship? This is the most important thing a lot of people have been asking us about. So the scholarship that you have, please note, I will keep again going back to the previous slide. Please slightly, pay attention to what I'm saying here. There are 4 kinds of scholarship. First 3 are what usually are applicable to us. Out of that also, first 2 are only mostly applicable. First one is access scholarship. What is access scholarship? It is a scholarship that any student can apply. Any undergraduate student, any bachelor student, any professional, anybody can apply. Okay. Here, the CFA program fee is waived. What is this program fee, enrollment fee? The $350, whatever is referring to, that is fully waived. Okay, that is fully waived. Okay, so this out of this 1290, you pay. The scholarship is $990. Only $300 is what you have to pay. How did I arrive at the $300? Exam registration fees paid to $300. So your initial enrollment fee, which is $350, is fully waived. Exam fee of $940 is reduced to $300. So you will end up paying, if you are early registration, $300. If you are doing standard registration, you get scholarship, you will end up paying $600. So the total fees will only be $300 plus some GST. Total fees that you will pay for level 1 will be $300 plus GST. Same way, there is something called as women's scholarship. This is obviously applicable only to women candidates. Here, the scholarship is not $990, but only $890. So what will happen? Your exam fee, your registration fees and waived. Exam fee, which is from $940, is reduced to $400. So you will pay only $400 plus GST. Okay. Now, some students have asked me, sir, is there a way to avoid GST? Can I do something? See, as far as I know, ethically going, there is no way to avoid GST. Unless, of course, your organization is sponsoring you. In which case, they can claim the GST input. Now, otherwise, you go and tell some shopkeeper that I will give you GST, I will give you a GST number. Please don't do all of those things. CFA Institute is very, very clear on ethics. Okay, so there is no way in which you can avoid the GST unless, of course, your organization is sponsoring, in which case they will be able to claim the GST input credit. Okay, then you have something called as student scholarship. So this is for students who study in IIMs, IITs, a bunch of colleges where the colleges have tied up with CFA Institute, where Delhi University, where they get for the entire exam fees is reduced to $400. Then you have other scholarship, which is basically for people who are already teachers, or people who are working in SEBI, RBI, places like that. There the exam fees reduced to $400. So the overall cost can come down to $300 if you get the scholarship. Okay. And of course, some employers also reimburse the full CFA fee. That's a different matter altogether. Now, what is this? How do we get the scholarship? You are required to write essays. You are required to write essays to get the scholarship. Where do you write the essay? First of all, go to this website in www.cfainstitute.org. In that, create an ID. Once you create an ID, it will ask you for enrollment. At the point of enrollment, you will see a window which talks about scholarship. You can go there and click it. There, this year onwards, you are required to write 2 scholarships, 2 essays. There are 2 essays you are required to write. What are the 2 essays? First one is something called as a personal statement. What prompted you to apply for scholarship? You have to write this in 250 words. In 250 words, you have to write this scholarship, this essay. Why are you applying for this scholarship? Okay, this is the first essay. Second essay. How will receiving a scholarship make a difference in pursuit of the CFA program? So, CFA designation. Okay, so this is the second. I'll take your question, Mr. Mundra. Just hold on. This is the second essay you have to write. Now, these 2 are essays that have come in this time. Previously, you had only 1 essay. Why do you think you are the best candidate, or why do you think you are the eligible person to get this CFA scholarship? Why do you think you deserve this CFA scholarship? Some question like that. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact words, but it basically said, why do you deserve the scholarship? You have to write. So I will show you an example of what essay or what 250 words essay you have to write. Now, this essay, please note, was written by a student of mine. He got the scholarship. And I went through the essay 2 times. My colleagues went through the essay 2 times. And the student spent at least 7 or 8 iterations. Iteration means changes. He made 7 or 8 changes to the essay over a period of 15-20 days and then applied. And the student got a scholarship. I will not reveal the name of the student because it is private information. So I will take you through the essay. So you see the essay. I will read it quickly. I don't know if all of you are able to see this. It says, I am pursuing CA along with multiple certifications in financial modeling, valuation, Python, and fundamental analysis to upskill myself. And see, the question is, why do you deserve? Okay. I am doing all this while I pursue a part-time job to gain practical knowledge and earn sufficient money to support my family. I have studied in a non-English medium school, but have fought all odds to master English, as I feel it is required to become a successful global finance professional. I believe that the CFA charter is the best way to achieve my goals, life goals. It is treated as a gold standard in the investment industry, on which I am deeply passionate about. I intend to associate with NGOs engaged in assisting the financially disadvantaged section of the society, specifically from Dash region where I come from. Okay. Since my father's annual income is less than Dash dollars, which is hardly sufficient to meet my family needs, it is difficult for me to afford the CFA Institute fees. I sincerely hope you will grant me the scholarship and provide me an opportunity to achieve my career or dream of becoming a finance professional. The recognition and validation that comes with receiving a scholarship would be a significant boost to my confidence and my drive to succeed. Dash, this is the name of a member. A CFA charter holder is my mentor, from whom I am learning the subject and guidance in preparing for CFA exams as well as my career ahead. Sincerely, Dash. So please note the points that the student has written here. What are they doing currently? Are they academically good or not? What is their family's financial situation? How will this scholarship help? Why is it relevant to him? What does he want to do in his career in finance? And what is the guidance or anything that somebody is providing him who is helping him? So basically, the student had addressed all these aspects. Now, when you come back to this previous slide, what prompted you to apply for this scholarship? You have to basically say things about what is your financial condition. If you are genuinely financial annual income is less than certain threshold, you can please be open and say, right? If you have faced any financial difficulties, you have come from a far off place, or you've come from an interior part of the country, you can say all of that. Otherwise, you can say you're an academically smart person or academically brilliant student and who would be encouraged by getting this scholarship. So that is one thing that you can do, right? And what prompted, you can give reference of somebody who guided, or you saw some advertisements of the CFA Institute. You felt that the institute is, very important, or the qualification is very important, and you wanted to do it. And you thought that given the cost of the course, this scholarship will be helpful to you. So you have to make a genuine case. Please don't make up stories. Okay, make a genuine case. Please write from the bottom of your heart. Even if there are mistakes, spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, if you genuinely write from the bottom of your heart, the intent will get communicated. Okay, don't get into ChatGPT nonsense. Okay, that is my humble request. Please don't use ChatGPT for generating an essay. I'm telling you that will generate an essay which is more suited to American English or UK English, and also it will use the terminology which may not fully fit. You may try and get a solution from ChatGPT, use some sentences, use some words, but please do not do ChatGPT Control-C, Control-V nonsense. My humble request. Okay. Second thing, how will this make a difference in pursuit? Please tell how it will encourage you. How you think that you will be able to, do something for your community. How you think that you will be able to take forward your career aspirations, career dreams. Please write about all of those. Okay. And one more thing. This is some information that I've got directly from the CFA Institute themselves. This is because I've received an email from them. So what they've actually said is, all CFA India members have got this. I'm a CFA charter holder, so I've also got this. And the email says, this year we are, we have increased the fees slightly, but we believe that from an Indian perspective, we believe that we need to increase the scale of operations in India. And we are very, very keen that Indian students are, more and more Indian students join the CFA program. So this year, we will actually be increasing the number of scholarships specifically for India. So historically, please note, what they've said is, this is the final word, sum and substance. They are going to give more scholarships for Indian students. How is that going to help? Typically, earlier, roughly 30-35% of the applicants who applied for scholarship would get scholarships across the world. Whereas now, my guess, and this is nobody has told me, this is my guess, roughly 50-55% of Indian students who will apply for scholarship will get. So there is a 50% chance that you will actually get the scholarship. There's a 50% chance that you will get a scholarship. So please note, this is my guess again. Historically, 30-35% have got, because I got an email from the CFA Institute in India which said that they are going to look at giving more scholarship for Indian students. I believe that 50-55% of the Indian students who apply for scholarship will get scholarships. And please note, when you're applying for a scholarship, let us say you're applying now for scholarship, they will tell you when you can avail the scholarship. It is not that, I want to write in November, I want to write in February, I want to write in May. No, it is not like that. They will say, they will send you a code. That code is valid for 2 attempts. It may be May, August, or August, November, or something like that. They will specify. So you have to sync with that particular cycle. Now, when did this whole scholarship window get opened? Just a day before yesterday, 20th of September, the window opened. How long is this window open? This window is open for next 1 month maximum, right? Next 1 month till October 18th or 19th, something like that. But my suggestion is, please don't follow Indian Standard Time and apply for scholarship on 18th of October. Please apply in next 3 days. Please apply for scholarship in next 3 days. The reason is very, very simple. The faster you apply, the faster there is a chance that they will actually review, and faster they will come back to you. You apply on last date, internet connection, timing difference, India versus USA, you did not get it properly. There will be hundreds of other issues that will crop up at last moment. Sir, there is a family wedding, India-Pakistan cricket match, then there is Dashara holidays. They will have all sorts of stuff coming up only on that day. My suggestion, next 1 week, 10 days, go ahead and submit the scholarship application. Okay, that is one part. Now, again, what are access? And when I say scholarship application, I am referring to primarily the access scholarship, where you will get entire fees waived and you will be charged only $300, which is roughly about 27,000-28,000. Okay. Right. What are the factors that are evaluated here? Financial need, academic and other accomplishment, obstacles, contribution to the community, candidates' interest in pursuing the program, other personal characteristics that indicate a strong candidate. So these are the aspects. This is not what I am saying. This is there in their own website. Okay, you should Please go ahead and check their website. You will find these. These are the aspects. It is very simple. It is not complicated. But please note, you have to write from the bottom of your heart. You have to be genuine. That is when you can be sure that you will actually get a scholarship. Okay. And moving forward, right? Let me mention one more thing. One very important thing. In this scholarship, let us say you want to write in May. Okay, I'll take you back to this. Let us say you want to write in May, but you applied for scholarship. When you are applying for scholarship, please don't make any payment for anything. If you don't make any payment for anything, October 12th is the last date for early registration. You are planning to write exams in May, but because of applying for scholarship, you've chosen not to make any payment for any enrollment exam, anything. But this October 12th date is over, early registration. When will the scholarship result come? Scholarship result will come after 2 months. So if you apply in September, you'll get it in November or late November or December sometime. But early registration window is closed. Please note, for students who apply for scholarship and their scholarship is rejected, CFA Institute will open the early registration window specially for you. I'm repeating. If you apply for a scholarship and you get a scholarship, you will write with $300. If you don't get a scholarship, you are rejected, then CFA Institute will open this window, early registration window, specially for you, only for you, so that you can actually make a lower amount of payment. So this is one phenomenal opportunity that they give. If your scholarship is rejected, even then you can register for the early registration window. If that early registration window closed just before the results came out, results of your scholarship came. Okay, but please don't say, I applied for scholarship this year. Next year, sometime I want early registration window. No, the linkage is to current scholarship window and current early registration window. Don't say I applied for scholarship in 23. So in 25, I will apply and I will want early registration window whenever I want. No, it doesn't work like that. Immediately succeeding early or immediately preceding early registration window is open for you. Okay, please note that. That is one aspect. Then moving forward rather, we have something special for you. This basically is a quiz. Okay, this quiz, I will actually paste this also somewhere in the chat. Just hold on. Just once. See, my colleague has pasted it already. Very good. Thanks, Enal. onefin.in/CFA quiz 22.09.2023. Now, if you click this, there'll be a form. You can click the form, open the form, submit the quiz, and we will reach out to you. And what we will do is we will be providing you some kind of special coupon, special code for if you want to enroll in the CFA program with us. Okay, that is what this is. So this is my colleague has pasted this particular link in the chat box. Please open the chat box, click it, and you can submit it. You can submit it after this session also. Yeah. Don't listen to my session. Okay, that is very important because there are some more important aspects that I want you to I want to discuss with you. Now, what are the other things that I want to discuss? CFA exams, as I said, are held 4 times a year for level 1, 2 times a year, 3 times a year for level 2, and twice a year for level 2. So Feb, May, August, November, May, August, November, and Feb, August. Okay. And all three levels are computer-based exams only. Level 1 consists, and all exams consist of morning and evening session, or morning and afternoon, you can say. First session has 90 questions in level 1, second session 90 questions. Same way, level 2, first session 44, second session 44. And level 1 and level 2 are MCQ. Level 1 is simple MCQ, level 2 is case study based MCQ. Level 3 is MCQs plus essays. Okay, MCQs plus essays. So you have to necessarily, prepare well. So, because these MCQs are very tricky. They are not like a simple MCQs. Okay, they are slightly tricky MCQs. And the pass rates are 40 to 50% broadly. And the results are declared between 5 to 8 weeks. Level 1 and level 2, 5 to 7 weeks. And level 3, 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Now, let me take some questions that some of you have asked before, we move to the next one. Rishabh Bundra. Hello, sir. I was planning to give CFA level and planning to apply for scholarship, but there is a slight change in application procedure. Can you help? I just now explained everything. Then Munaza Falak, sir, I'm in CA Inter, but also want to do CFA. How should be this given? Should I give level 2 or level 1? You can do level 1 only. You cannot do level 2. So, in fact, I received some queries from some of the students which basically said, sir, can I get an exemption? Because I'm CA, I'm CMA, I'm finished inter, final and all that. CFA does not accept any exemptions. There is no exemption for anybody. Even no matter who applies for CFA, they have to write all three levels, level 1, 2 and 3. Nobody gets any exemption, please note. Okay, then some people said, I'm already doing CA and CS, can I do CFA? Of course, you can do CFA. There is no problem. However, you have to follow the guidelines of CA and CS where they say, you know, you can do 1 course, 2 courses, 3 courses at a time. You have to follow that. That's all. Then what else? Yeah, let us move to the next step. I'll move to the next topic. What are the topics that are covered in CFA? Across all 3 levels, they cover 10 topics. Topics are very, very common. In level 3, 3 topics are not there, only 7. But level 1 and level 2, 10 topics are covered, which are ethical, professional standards, which is very important. Quant, economics, financial statement analysis, corporate issuers, equity investments, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investments, portfolio management, so on and so forth. There is a weightage, very, very clear weightage also is given. All of this is available on our website. It is available on their institute website, everything. So none of this is rocket science. Okay, first, please get that out of your mind. Now, what is it that we at OneFin by Indigo Learn do? We have tied up with somebody called as Kaplan Schweizer. Kaplan Schweizer is the world leader in CFA coaching. So we offer their class, their books, original intellectual property protected, original hard copy books, plus soft copy ebooks, plus we give access to their portal. Why is this portal important? Please note, I already told you that CFA exam is 100% online. So you get the mock exam, which the CFA Institute themselves give, they give 1 or 2 marks. But Kaplan portal has 3,000 questions. Your exam is 180 questions. Kaplan portal has 3,000 questions for level 1. So you get tremendous amount of practice by joining with somebody like us. That is the first aspect. Second and more important aspect is, if you are already in BCom, or if you are doing CA, you may, or CA or CS, any course, you do not have the practical exposure that a job person who's currently in a job already has. And the subject of CFA is very practical. So you understand how real world, real financial markets, how do things happen practically in life. So as an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, you may or may not have that knowledge. We at OneFin by Indigo Learn, what we do is, we, along with, I myself am a charter holder. I have 15, 16 years of work ex. There are a bunch of other people, other charter holders who are all CFAs or FRMs. We have another 6 or 7 who specifically work in certain areas. So there is somebody who works in fixed income. He teaches fixed income to you. I teach derivatives. I was earlier a derivatives trader. There is someone who's already in portfolio management and wealth planning. That person teaches it. There is somebody who actually works in M&A who teaches corporate issuers. There is somebody who works in equity research who teaches financial statement analysis. So we actually get people who give you the practical exposure. Otherwise, what will end up happening is, you will learn your CFA course or curriculum just like what you learn any other curriculum. That, believe me, will not add value. It will be a gigantic task for you. It will be a very, very difficult task because it is very practical. You have to understand what is what. Otherwise, you will end up doing a lot of unnecessary research. Okay. So we give all of this. Then we also have a free course. You go to our website, onefin.in, check out, sign up and say that you're a CFA student. It asks you what stream are you. You say CFA, you will get immediate access to the videos that we have. You can look at our videos. Then we also have given a link to Kaplan Schweizer website, where you can actually get a 7-day free trial of their entire website. Okay, both of these are available on our website. Moment you sign up on our website stating that you're a CFA student, we'll give you these 2 free courses access. Okay, so that is one part. And what do we provide? As I said, we provide video classes with unlimited views any number of times, hard copy notes, revision sessions, Kaplan videos plus Kaplan question bank with exam-like questions, mocks, formula sheets, and online doubt resolution. So we provide all of these. This is what are our features. Now, we offer 2 kinds of classes. One is with revision, one is without revision. You can go and check our website, onefin.in/CFA. You will be able to see that. Right. Now, coming to the final aspect of this particular presentation, just summarizing, if you are doing BCom or BBA, you can complete CFA level 1 and level 2 before graduating itself. You register by the time you are 18, you complete level 1 by the time you are 19, you complete level 2 by the time you are 20. You complete level 3 by the before you are 20 and a half, theoretically, and you can actually be a C. Okay. Then, yeah, then we'll take the questions. Just one more point. Somebody is asked, how much should I study? So CFA exam, you typically have to study 300, 350 hours. So we teach you for 120 hours. You study for another 180 hours. It is more than sufficient. I know that there are people in India who teach for 400 or 500 hours. All that is not required. Why do you need to study 400 hours? And they also, please note, this is not a spoon feeding business. There is effort from my side. There has to be effort from your side. Both, only when both hands clap, meet, there is a clapping sound. So you have to put effort. We will put effort, and eventually you will succeed. Please don't think that there will be bottle feeding, spoon feeding, or whatever. We will explain very well. We will explain extremely well. But then you also have to put effort. Just by listening to classes, you will not pass. I am making it very clear. Just by listening to classes, if somebody believes that they will pass, no matter which class you take, you will not pass. You have to necessarily put your effort. Okay, and 400 or 500 hours of classes are not required. Just about 150, 160 hours is required. Somebody is asking me, what about level 2 and level 3 coaching? Of course, we will launch level 2 now. In the next 1 to 2 months, we will launch level 2, and level 3 coaching we will launch immediately after that. So please don't worry about it. Once you finish level 1, we have coaching for level 2, we have coaching for level 3 also. We will be launching level 2. In fact, see, we were actually waiting for new syllabus to come out here. So the new syllabus books were very recently only released. Okay, so the online access for Kaplan, everything has come out only very recently, which is why we kept on to the level 2 and level 3 launch. We will launch level 2 first, then we will launch level 3. Okay, so this is what all I had. Now I am open for questions. And, of course, you can visit this website, onefin.in/CFA to know more. And of course, also please note, my colleague had shared a link. Please click on the link and take the quiz, and we will reach out to you. The link is onefin.in/CFA quiz. This is the one. This is the link. CFA quiz 22.09.2023. Today's date is. Okay. Now I'm open for questions. All questions, please. I'll also enable participants to unmute themselves. Just hold on. Yes, I have allowed people to unmute. You can either type in the chat or you can send, unmute yourself and ask the question. Either ways, I'm here to answer all your queries. How many months is required generally to prepare for a particular level? Typically about 4 months here. 3-4 months. See, you can do it 6 months, but even if you have 4 months, you can do. There are some people who will say, I will do it in 1 month. Those people are already qualified people of, CA or some other course, or they are already working in a bank or somewhere where they already have a lot of practical knowledge. Those kind of people can do it in 1.5 months. Otherwise, for normal people, 3 to 4 months is sufficient. When I say 3 to 4 months, every day, 1.5 hours. That's all, not beyond that. 4 months is what? 120 days. 120 days into 1.5 to 2 hours if you do, you'll easily reach 270, 280 hours. Aaram se ho jayega. Next question, please. You can unmute also, or you can type in as well. Doesn't matter. Waiting for questions, guys. No more questions. So I'll ask some questions which have been shared earlier by, some people have asked in email. Just give me a sec. Approximate how many years does it take to get the CFA degree? If we start now, about 2.5 years, Priyanka. Priyanka has asked how many years will it take? It takes approximately 2.5 years. if you finish everything first time. So somebody asked, I'm reading out the questions. Is there any kind of articleship internship? Absolutely no, Garima. There is no articleship internship. Nothing is required. You can write the exams. After exams, you can get that 4,000 hours of experience, which is over a 3-year period, normal job. Then you will get the charter. If you have that experience before the exams also, that is also considered. So there is no articleship, no internship, nothing. It is just pure exam preparation and study. So I'll read other questions that students have sent us. Do we need any kind of work experience or level for before level 3 or any kind of internship? No, no experience. How to avail CFA scholarship? I explained in depth. I'm currently pursuing CA in final stages. How much exam paper exempt for me? Zero exemptions. The subject called SFM will have roughly contain 30 to 40%, similar to your CFA level 1, but beyond that, there is no exemption. I'm currently preparing for final. I'm willing to pursue CFA upon clearing. When should I start preparation? Ideally. Also, can you give an insight on career prospects of having CA CFA qualification? So you should, if you're writing in May 24, then I think you should start preparation, either now or you should write your exam sometime in next August. So you finish your CA exam in May. You register for CFA exam for August 24. Okay. For that, you can prepare, probably 3 months. You can prepare. You can start preparing now, then move to CA final preparation, and then again come back to CFA preparation after you finish your CA final exam. Which subject in CA inter and final is somewhat related to CFA? We teach a bit of what is being taught in CFA. A subject called AFM or SFM, which is Advanced Financial Management in CA final, which is as per the new syllabus. Same subject was called Strategic Financial Management in CA final under the old syllabus. That is the only subject from which there are some commonalities. Otherwise, there is no commonality with anything else. There are, of course, CA foundation where you would have learned mean, median, mode, and all that. Those are also obviously there will be some commonalities, but beyond that, nothing else. What are the career prospects of having a CA CFA? So the thing about CA CFA, right? It signals very clearly to your potential employer that you are interested in the financial services. Let us assume there are 2 people or 5 people, 10 people in the interview after you finish your CA exams, right? CA final, after you pass your CA final. And let's say some ICICI Bank or JP Morgan or some bank comes or some financial services company comes. There is a CA, there is a CA plus CFA. Who do you think they will choose? Assume that both of them are equal. I mean, in the sense that both of them have either rank or both of them don't have rank. Then they will definitely choose the CA CFA rather than just the CA. Okay, it is very clear. And 99.9% of the time, that is what is going to happen. Even if there is a ranker and not an first ranker, but let's say somebody who's 49, 50 versus a non-ranker who's first attempt pass but has a CFA. The CFA guy will in my eyes will be given preference for a financial services job. Okay. Then how to be a CFA? I explained. Then I am first year BCom, completed CMA intern, whether required to complete 3 years of BCom to sit for level 3, or I completed before completion of BCom. So you can write level 1 and level 2 in second and third year of BCom. Level 3 you have to write after third year of BCom. Okay. Then what is internship? There is no internship. Do you provide question papers? And how many question papers are there? So, Anirudh, there is only one exam. Okay, single exam which has all subjects. So, let us say the exam date is 15th May. 15th May, you go there with a calculator and water bottle. Okay, there you go to the exam center. In the exam center, there will be 90 MCQs in the morning session. They will cover roughly these 10 topics. How many topics are there for level 1? 10 topics. Out of these 10 topics, they will cover 5 or 6 topics in the morning session in 90 MCQs. Afternoon session, another 90 MCQs, same balance, 5 or 6 topics we ask. So there is all topics are jumbled, they are mixed, they are asked together at same time. There are no papers. It is a single day exam. Okay, it is very much unlike your BCom or CA or anything. It is one exam, all topics are covered in one exam. Okay, now just moving back. no exemption, scholarship I discussed. CFA easier than CA? I don't think that is the right way to say talk about CFA. So if somebody asks, is becoming a doctor easy or is becoming an IIT and easy? Both of them have their own challenges. If you are interested, both of them are easy. If you are not interested, both of them are tough. Same way, CFA definitely is not a very tough course, but at the same time is not a very easy course also. It is medium tough. Okay. And the pass percentage in CFA is 40 to 50%. That is number of students who are passing. And the pass mark is roughly about 60 to 70. If you get 70% in each of the topics, no, there are 10 topics on your screen. So if you get 70% in each of the topics, the questions that are asked, then you're considered or you will definitely pass. Once in a while, there may be cases that you may get lesser also, no problem. But 70% is not the pass mark. They don't reveal what is the pass mark. So, what I have heard from people is sometimes it is 50, sometimes it is 60, sometimes it is 70, but there is no clarity on that. The CFA issue doesn't reveal it. Okay. So, which is why 50% of people are passing. Okay. Can a CS is also able to clear it? Yes. A CS student also able to clear it. Somebody asked, what is the chance of getting scholarship? In India, if you apply for scholarship today, tomorrow, chances of getting a scholarship, according to me, are 50%. 50% chance that you will get a scholarship. That is my opinion. Historically, 30% was the chance. This year, because they have increased the rates of the exam, they have made it 50%. This is my understanding. Then, how much time will it take to complete? 2.5 years. I want to know about CFA. I think I explained everything. Is the same pattern as CA? No, I explained how the questions are. Then I'm doing CA and CS. Is there any restriction? As I told you, you have to ensure that you follow the CA and CS Institute guidelines. Otherwise, there is no restriction from CFA Institute. Duration of the course, 2 to 2.5 years. Right now, I'm in CA Foundation. If you're in CA Foundation, though, if you're already in BCom, then you register. If you're not in BCom, then you can't even register. Okay. But please note, for all this registration, you still need to have a passport, valid passport. You need to have the passport in your hand. You cannot say, I will apply, I will do something. You need to have the passport in your hand. Okay. So these are the things. Now, any more questions? I have completed all the questions that are there in what the students have asked us over the mail or whichever way. Anything else, let us know. And please note, this is our website, onefin.in/CFA. You can visit there, check all the questions, check all the information, or you can call us, WhatsApp us, chat with us on this number, 9640-111110. Okay. Any more questions, guys? I'm around. Any more questions? Please feel free. This is one day when you can ask all questions. And without any, fear of anyone saying anything. Okay. If there are, I am not seeing any questions, guys. Somebody's asked. I am 37 years old. It is too late to take CFA. No, Faisal, it is not too late. As long as this qualification makes sense to you with your career progression, do it. I know enough people who have done CFA or FRM when they're in 40s. And they've succeeded phenomenally in life. It helped them. Somebody was in a bank. They actually went up to the GM level in bank. Or not even GM, DMD level in the bank. Okay. So, it is a qualification that will genuinely help, provided you're in the right industry and right business. You can't say that I'm an engineer, I will do CFA, I will become the CEO of my company. No, it doesn't work that way. Are there any broad chances to migrate? See, if there is a role that requires CFA, probably there is a chance. But just because you have CFA, somebody will not recruit you abroad. That is the point. If there is an opening in US where they say, we're looking for a CFA candidate and we're open to people abroad also, obviously you can apply. But just because you have CFA, there will not be people waiting with open arms and, mala saying ki aa jao. That doesn't happen. Nowhere. A lot of people tell things like that, but no course is like that. Just because you've done a course, you will not get a job. There are very few exceptions, but largely because, I know a lot of people who say, you do some other course, we will take you there.